Hi, Jess here with Khai Krepela. And Khai, I want to talk to you a little bit about your life as a semi-professional skater and now a professional skier. So, I mean, first things first, I have to ask you, has anybody called you Cobra Kai?
I don't think so.
Do you like it?
Yeah, it's all right.
That might catch on. So, being a professional skater and now a professional skier, can you tell us a little bit about that transition?
Yeah, it definitely, just being in the streets and stuff, it definitely, overlaps, and handrails, it really helps with locations and style. I've definitely had people come up to me and be like, "Did you used to rollerblade?" I was like, yeah, how can you tell? Just the way you ski, I can just tell. But the tricks don't really overlap or anything. It's just the style and the aggressiveness of it.
Yeah. So how much of an impact do you think your past as an aggressive skater has on your skiing? Do you think it makes you stand out more?
Definitely, actually. Like I said, the style, it's just different. People recognize that, and nowadays it's not necessarily what you can do and all that stuff. It's how you can do it and how you can make it look. So definitely trying to bring a little different style than just the average, thug kind of try and not move your arms. Then people definitely notice it.
Right, for sure. So do you think that inline skating is good for off-season ski training or vice versa?
Definitely. I haven't really done it myself because I just kind of I was a rollerblader and then I was a skier. But it definitely I mean, it's pretty obvious. It's almost the same thing, just, shorter lengths.
Right, right. You think it trains the same muscles and stuff like that?
Definitely.
Yeah. So do you think that the stereotypes for inline skaters are worse than for skiers?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Way worse.
Why?
Mainly because, skateboarding started out as, the grungy, people didn't want their kids doing and stuff. And so when rollerblading came about, it was definitely, threatening that kind of aspect of skateboarding.
Right.
And then snowboarding was the same way, but nowhere near on the level that skateboarding was. So then, it was kind of the skiing. Skiing had been around before,
right?
Snowboarding. So people just kind of tried to, in my opinion, bandwagon off of the, skateboarder, rollerblader hate. So it's never really been as hard.
Yeah.
But yeah, because it's definitely rollerbladers. If you go certain places, you're gonna have to leave right away.
And that doesn't happen with skiing?
Not really.
Understandably. So how many of your skiing friends have you gotten into skating or the other way around?
It's actually kind of the other way around.
Yeah.
Back in Park City when I was little Grom, the crew is, Tosh Peters, Max Peters, Adam Battersby, Ashley Battersby, McCrae Williams, Stephen Thomas, tons of skiers that you still see in the magazines and stuff today. And so McCrae Williams actually is the guy who got me into both rollerblading and park skiing, so I kind of have him to thank for most of what's happened.
Yeah, kind of a mentor? Mm-hmm. So was your worst fall from inline skating or was it from skiing? Skiing,
definitely.
Tell us what happened.
Yeah, I don't know, it's kind of hard. I got a few to pick from. I've been lucky enough to avoid any serious injuries, but 2 years ago I broke my kneecap on down post of a rail, and then about 3 months later I was in Duluth, Minnesota, hitting a closeout rail, then took it to the shins and swan dove about 10 feet onto concrete and broke my radial head. So that's probably the worst.
Yeah, it sounds pretty bad. I'll give you that one. So what's the worst fashion trend you saw from inline skating?
Cargo sweatpants.
Yeah, it's pretty bad too.
Yeah.
What do you think the worst one is from skiing now?
It's kind of hard to say, but
so many of them.
It would just be, I guess, looking like a Skittle.
A Skittle?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Bright blues and reds and oranges and pinks and.
You don't do that?
No.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, they look like a bag of Skittles.
So, do you prefer indoor or outdoor skate parks?
Indoor.
Why?
Air conditioning.
Yeah.
It's usually out of wood, so definitely a little more give when you fall.
Mm-hmm. So inbounds or out of bounds skiing then?
I mean, I guess it'd have to be out of bounds, but I haven't really done a whole lot of that because I'm not avalanche or Avi qualified or anything. So my mom kind of has it burned into my skull that I have to.
Be careful.
Yeah, definitely. So hopefully I'll be doing that this year, and I'll get a little more out of bounds, and it can only. Yeah, I definitely would like that more. I don't even have to do it to know I'd like that more.
Yeah. Well, thanks for talking with us. Again, I'm Jess, and this is Khai Krepela.